I'm Gail C., Director of Teaching and Learning, and this week I have with me Steve Lever, Middle School Principal, Jean Erico from the middle school as an EAL teacher, and Brandy Hamlin, a counselor in the elementary school. And we're all here because we just came back from the NISA Fall Leadership Conference in Istanbul. And I would like to ask our participants, our delegates, what were their highlights? What did they come back with from this conference? Steve?
There were a number. This is of the conferences that I've been to in probably the last 10 years. This ranks among probably the top.
Great.
Probably the one I came away with the most learning for myself personally as a principal and one who oversees other people in the educational process was one by a guy named Bruce Wellman who did a workshop on how do you identify novice teaching and expert teaching, and more importantly, how do you move people from one place to the next? So it was a structure that allowed you to identify particular things in the classroom that would indicate whether somebody is advancing towards a much more expert level, and kind of what to do for those who are new and are aspiring to be experts.
And that really fits in with our PG&C process, where we're looking for, with a growth mindset for our teachers as they set goals.
Yeah.
So, great, thank you. Jean, what about you? Highlights?
I had two highlights. This was my first time to go to a fall leadership conference, and I really enjoyed the reading specialist, Dan Fiegelson. He came from New York, and he talked about developing interdependence and dependence amongst readers, and how important it is for our children to read every day, and for a caring adult to read aloud to them every day. And he presented lots of different strategies to help embed the reading process throughout the teaching day. My second highlight was Dr. Kent Peterson from Boston College talking about school culture. And this year I'm the Language Arts Department Chair, and that was particularly pertinent to me because it talked about building positive culture within a department or within a school. And that's something that I'm striving to do.
And I like that you mentioned about Dan's work with read alouds, and he talks about read alouds not just for elementary students,
Right.
middle school students and high school students.
Right, which I thought was particularly pertinent to us.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, great. And Brandy?
Yes. Well, as a counselor, I have a lot of interfacing throughout our school culture and community. And so Andy Hargraves went ahead and presented about building a positive cultural environment around the schools. So I thought that was very helpful within my job role and in my context. I also thought it was really beneficial not only attending the different breakout sessions, but also getting a chance to collaborate with other leaders from around the, I'm trying to think of the appropriate word, our region, I guess I would say. And so around the NISA region, getting to collaborate with other leadership to see what's going on in their schools and what some takeaways are that we could look to implement here, and to share what's really working successfully at our school and providing them with that opportunity to kind of network and discuss ideas and maybe look for different strategies that we could put in place. So it was really great.
And the networking piece is really important. I mean, we were there with leaders and teacher leaders from schools from Athens, Greece, through the Middle East, all the way over to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. So it is a great time for us to be able to network and find people who do the same job as us. Yeah,
It's
really,
fabulous.
the networking's great. What I'd also like to talk about is the fact that our school gave 2 presentations as well. Our leadership team as a group presented on how we are measuring our school mission. And a lot of schools had interest in following up with us about that. And also Jim Carpenter, our Deputy Director, and Alejandra, who is our data analyst, also presented about what we're doing with data here and how we look at data and use data within our school on many different levels. So I think it was a very successful conference for us. I thank you for taking time out of your jobs, because that's not easy, to travel and to be with us together as a group, as an ASD group in Istanbul. So thank you. Thank you, Gil.